What's up, everybody? It's another beautiful day here in Wisconsin. I just want to do a little video on making homemade fire starters. I think it's a pretty cool thing that could be useful to a lot of people. It's super easy, and you can get everything just from asking your neighbors for the materials and using a little camping stove. So let's just go through what we have here for materials. First of all, we got sawdust. That's the main component there. I just have a little box under my table saw, let it collect, and there you go, you got sawdust. If you don't have a saw, you're not collecting sawdust, I guarantee you if you ask for your neighbors, one of them probably has sawdust for you to use. Same thing with egg cartons. A lot of people eat eggs. You just ask for your neighbor for some egg cartons, save up your egg cartons over a few months. It's great. It's easy, free, both free stuff. Candles are usually the limiting factor in these. You usually end up running out of wax before you run out of egg cartons or sawdust. A little bit harder to come by, but you can get them. We got them at Goodwill when they're half off. I think we got them for like we got this big candle for $1, and then these we got for free from a neighbor. If I don't have accessibility to candles, like usually I just keep an eye out every time I'm at Goodwill or whatever, look for candles, and I don't try to spend a lot of money on them. If I don't have candles, in the past I bought this all natural soy wax. That works great, and it's also pretty nice because it comes in this pellet form and it makes it pretty easy to melt down. So you can just buy this right on Amazon. The candles do take a little bit longer to melt down, but either one works, and especially if you're getting them for free, I'd definitely just go with the candles. So that's pretty much it for materials. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our camping stove going, melt the wax down, put some sawdust in it. So we'll show you that process. Okay, we had a little mishap, but we're cooking now. So it is a little bit messy, so I just use an old camping stove, or if you have like a Folgers coffee can, those are perfect. Those are like thick, you can stick them right on there, they won't burn or anything. I don't know what happened with that thin, I think it was a little bit too thin of a container and it actually started burning. I don't know what that was about. So we're just using this. We got the wax going in here, and we're just kind of adding wax. It's not an exact science, you just want to keep adding wax and then let that melt down. It'll take probably not even 5 minutes to go down, and then that'll probably fill up to about a quarter of the way full, and then we'll fill it up to probably 3/4 full with the sawdust, and then we'll mix it up, and then we'll come over here and we'll spoon it into our egg cartons and press it down in there. Okay, we got our wax melted down, and we're gonna take some, you kind of got to be quick with this part. We're gonna take some sawdust, stir it in there, kind of see how it looks after you stir it in initially. It looks like it can absorb a lot of sawdust, so it looks like there's still looks still pretty wet to me. So I'm gonna add a little bit more sawdust. The more sawdust you add, the more fire starters you get, but you don't want to add too much or else they'll fall apart. So just gotta be conscious of that. You want gotta feel out the right ratio. You might have a batch that falls apart, but then you can learn from that and they'll still burn. Everything will still burn. It's just kind of figuring out what works. So that looks pretty good to me. So I'm gonna take that off the burner. And then this part you gotta do fairly quick, but you got time. I just kind of spoon it in here. Kind of sloppy at first. And then I'll press it down. Get that going. kind of press it down in there. Again, it's not a perfect science. All of this will burn. So, but it'll make a really nice, slow burning fire starter. So it's kind of how we do it. And then after we get this pressed down in here and we let it dry for a little bit, probably takes like, I don't know, not even 20 minutes to dry. Then we can, I mean, honestly, you can even just leave them together, keep it in your house, you can kind of just pull them apart. That's kind of what I do. Or what I usually do is I'll cut them with the saw just into strips. So I'll do a full strip and then it's easy to just pull them apart. Or you could cut them all with the saw right off the bat into their own compartments. Plenty of ways to do it. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So after about 2 hours, I think we did about 5 rounds of starters. You can see how much we have here. I'll flip around my camera. It's a lot of fire starters. It turned out pretty good. We had some green ones from the green wax. One thing that I experimented with is filling up the big top part of the fire starters. I'm gonna see how that cuts with the saw. I think I can kind of make cubes with it, but I am a little skeptical. I think it might be a little messy. I think just having the individual fire starters in the compartments of the egg carton might be a little bit better. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna stick with it, but it was kind of an experiment. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Well, that's it for making fire starters. Thanks for watching the video.